The Pakistani government calls these insurgents Kashmiri freedom fighters and claims that it provides them only moral and diplomatic support, although India believes that Pakistani supported terrorists from Pakistan administered Kashmir. In October 2008, President Asif Ali Zardari of Pakistan called the Kashmir separatist terrorists in an interview with the Wall Street Journal. These comments sparked outrage amongst many Kashmiris, some of whom defied a curfew imposed by the Indian Army to burn him in Efegi. In 2008, pro-separatist leader Mirwais Umar Farooq told the Washington Post that there has been a purely indigenous, purely Kashmiri peaceful protest movement alongside with the insurgency in Indian administered Kashmir since 1989. The movement was created for the same reason as the insurgency and began after the disputed election of 1987. According to the United Nations, the Kashmiris have grievance with the Indian government and especially the Indian military, which has committed human rights violation. In 1994, the NGO International Commission of Jurists sent a fact-finding mission to Kashmir. The ICJ mission concluded that the right of self-determination to which the people of Jammu and Kashmir became entitled as a part of the process of the partition and had neither been exercised nor abandoned and thus renamed exercisable. It further stated that as the people of Kashmir had a right of self-determination, it followed that their insurgency was legitimate. It, however, did not follow that Pakistan had a right to provide support for the militancy. In 1989-1990s exodus of Kashmir Pandit, this and due to rising insurgency and Islamist militancy in the Kashmir Valley, Kashmiri Pandits were forced to flee the valley. They were targeted by militant groups such as the Jammu Kashmir Liberation Front, Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. On 4 January 1990, Srinagar-based newspaper Aftab released a message threatening all Hindus to leave Kashmir immediately, sourcing it to the militant organization Hezbollah Mujahideen. In the preceding months, around 300 Hindus, men and women, Kashmiri Pandit had been slaughtered and women raped. Mosque released a statement in loudspeaker asked Hindus to leave Kashmir without their women. On 19 January 1990, Kashmiri Pandits fled from Kashmir due to the atrocities such as killing and gang rape. On 21st January 1990, 2 days after Jagmohan took over as the governor of Jammu and Kashmir, the Gokdal massacre took place in Srinagar when the Indian paramilitary troop of the Central Reserve Police Force opened fire on a group of Kashmiri protesters in what has been described by some authors as the worst massacre in the Kashmiri history. Along with the Bihajar massacre in the 1993, at least 50 people were killed, with some reports of the deaths reaching as high as 280. In the aftermath of the massacres, more demonstrations followed, and in January 1990, Indian paramilitary forces are believed to have killed around 300 protesters, as a Human Rights Watch stated in their report from May 1991. In the week that followed, as security forces fired on a crowd of the marchers and militants intensified their attacks against the people and those suspects of aiding them. Kashmiri civil war began in the earnest. The mass exodus began on 1st March 1990 when hundreds of thousands of Kashmiri Pandits left the state. Of the approximately 300,000 to 600,000 Hindus living in the Kashmir Valley in 1990, only 2,000 to 3,000 lived there in 2016.